Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your monthly reading for August. So we are in your fellow fire sign Leo season and moving into Virgo. Speaking of Virgo, here's the Hermit card, contemplation and wisdom. Look at that beautiful koala just happily sitting in its little tree, contemplating something. So we do actually have a Mercury retrograde happening this month, and we have a new moon in Leo on the 4th and the full moon in Aquarius on the 19th. So yes, there might be a lot that you're pondering here with the Hermit card, and you might be really tapping into your wisdom, really pondering, thinking something over. So let's see what's going to shift and change with this. With the Hermit energy, perhaps there's something wise some kind of wise decision or choice or action that needs to happen here. Let's see. Home might actually feel like something that's really important, or issues around home and housing, how comfortable you're feeling or where you want to be. That could be something that comes through with this. So let's see what's shifting and changing. 1-8 Jupiter Sagittarius. Oh, I love it. Okay, wow. Gosh, expansion of mind and wisdom here. So you might even be learning something or teaching something, but it definitely feels like this little koala's thinking about something in its, there's a vision here. There's a vision. It's coming in. It's like I'm having a big think, but more my mind is expanding into 360 degrees. Where could this all go? So, yeah, definitely feels like it's coming from a more deeply internal energy, and then it wants to go outwards. So fascinating. A lot of blue here, which does represent wisdom. So I feel like the wisdom, you're really tapping into your wisdom, perhaps, like I said, a very wise choice or direction, or your wisdom's been called upon in some way. So let's see. The Jupiter Sagittarius, like I said, is one of the luckiest cards that are coming in with the 8 of Wands. As you know, Jupiter is your ruler, Sagittarius. And so this is a really like a sense of something wise or a wise choice, or tapping into that wisdom could bring this beautiful, lucky expansion into your world. Something's ready to move forward, and it's like, how is that going to happen? So yes, what do I need to be focusing on? What do I need to be doing? What very clear messages do I need to be putting out? So let's see what else is coming through. So Sagittarius, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Sagittarius. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. And I knew there was a choice. I'm like, there's a choice here. There's a decision here. And there it's coming in. Okay. So, yes, there's contemplating a big choice or decision. Okay. Absolutely. So it feels like your wisdom's actually going to be the most important thing, the wisdom of this choice, as opposed to the choice itself, if that makes any sense. It's more that you are being asked to be wise within this situation. That is more important, and it could bring about some kind of irrevocable change. So, I was just saying if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that is in the description box below. There is a lot of blue and a lot of element of air coming into this reading. Just as I say, the cups come in. Of course, the World card. I'm really noticing the blue here, the blue skies, just a lot of blue. Like, I feel like something really needs clarity. You're seeking answers and wanting to try and find clarity, and there could be some deep soul searching here. So we have the 7 of Swords, and there's a lot of sword action, so a lot going on inside your mind here. Absolutely. So I think with the 7 of Swords, and we are going through Mercury retrograde, there might be an assessment of plans, reassessment of plans, reworking of plans, going over, re-editing things. Like if there's projects you're working on or something to do with writing or communicating, you might be like re-editing, reworking, reanalyzing. And crossed by the Page of Wands, it's interesting. The Page of Wands wants to go out and explore something new, and it's almost like you are kind of just reevaluating where you're at and not really going out and looking for something new. or you're not ready to go out and explore something new, or that new thing hasn't presented itself yet. So it's like it's not there for me to even go out and explore it. So it's kind of like you're at a bit of a crossroads here with some plans and in terms of where you're at, but where you want to be, or where you want to go next, and where you want to go exploring next. So in your conscious mind, we've got this King of Cups energy, and this might be a bit of a conundrum for you, Sagittarius. You might have to really think about mastering your intuition here, like really trusting. This is not so much a logical choice, but more of an intuitive choice or decision that's coming through here. Or it could be the wisdom of finding the balance between the two things, the logical choice and the intuitive choice, because it actually feels like it's like, oh, what part of me do I want to believe or trust here? But it's also about whatever this is that you're making this choice about, finding some emotional safety and security and stability could actually be really helpful. If you can find that inside your mind and find a calm place inside your mind, this is going to really help you tap into that wisdom. So we have at the base the Two of Swords. So it definitely there's a choice that's driving all of this. There could be a little bit of indecision around that, like not sure of the direction or not sure of the right choice. And so that's why we're seeing the square here between the Seven of Swords and the Page of Wands. It's like maybe you haven't really got a clear message about where to next with it. And again, this Two of Swords has the blindfolds on. So there's something that you either haven't been able to decide or haven't seen yet to know that it's the right thing for you. So in the recent past, we do have the Ten of Cups. So there is something that has made you happy in the past that is... There's some kind of, I think there's a happiness that you're wanting to cultivate that you've felt in the past that you want to bring into the future. That somehow, it's like whether this is a vision or an understanding of what makes you happy, that in a way has been a catalyst to these events, and the choices is where you find yourself. Are you happy with that? And is there a new choice or a new pivot point or a decision that could move you into a new direction that brings you this happiness? I definitely see that there is a conclusion and an ending here. So it might feel like the choice. It's interesting, the Two of Swords, because it's not so much the choice that is the big energy, but it's more the conclusion, the fact that choice leads to some kind of finality, a closing of the chapter or an end of a cycle, and I'm not going back there ever again. It's like I'm cleaned out all that old stuff and I'm ready to step into something really new now. I'm ready to be freed of that old cycle. So there's some kind of irrevocable change, and that's why this hermit knows that that this needs to be a wise choice and decision. Like the decision is the pivot point, but where it leads is the bigger energy that's coming through here, which is really quite fascinating, which might give the choice more gravitas, but it's also understanding that, like, make it seem more serious, the choice, but it's really understanding that there are these energies that are already culminating towards this conclusion, or towards that something is ready to major ending in here in your life, like a major conclusion, end of a chapter, end of a cycle kind of thing. And we're seeing that with the Judgment card in the near future. There definitely is potentially, the Judgment card is the card of review. So you're reviewing a situation. How did you get here? But also it's a sense of perhaps getting a message you have to let something go now, that, these characters they're all being called up into heaven for their review. They've been called up by the angels, and it's like they're ready to pass over. There's energies that are ready to pass over in your life that they've just naturally come to the end of their cycle. They've finished, and it's like, okay, I'm going to have a look at it. And is this something that, it feels like it's ending, whether you make this choice or not. So interestingly, yeah, there's a lot of things you're getting a message that's over now. So you need to pass and let that move on. You are turning up as the Three of Pentacles. So this is understanding your place within a group as well. Like it's not just you, it affects some other people around you, or it could be around, you're very acutely aware of the people around you at this stage with this Three of Pentacles. And maybe it is that you're trying to do something for the greater good, or something that's going to have a mutual benefit for everybody, or that, we're all in this together, or we're all working towards a common goal. There could be that kind of energy around it. This is, having to feel like you are valued, or that you're being productive in some way, that through this, that you're being valued, like the input that you're putting into this situation is being very highly valued. And the thing that is being valued here is your wisdom, is your ability to be able to sit and have a good think about it and draw upon your experiences and to know the wise choice that's coming through here. So energy surrounding you is this Six of Swords. Again, I feel like it's kind of interesting because it's like there's all these swords around, and they feel like that's what's going on inside your mind, these thoughts, these belief systems. It's almost like you're processing a lot, absolutely. But part of it is this, I just keep getting this is happening anyway. This is something bigger than what's inside your mind. Your mind might think it's choosing this, but I feel like there's a bigger soul energy around that's actually chosen it, and just your mind's catching up with that and going, okay. So it feels like it's making a choice, but the soul kind of feels like it's already chosen. So this is where the mind is going, okay, yep, moving on. This is quite literally the card of moving, traveling, transitioning on from something that's been conflicted in your life, or there's been some drama. You want to move towards healing and peace, some kind of calmer waters. And it's interesting with that King of Cups, the King of Cups does find the stability amongst the turmoil of the ocean there, all the waves. They're trying to find some kind of emotional stability whilst there's all these energies shifting and changing, plans, things that you're reassessing, wanting to. And again, this character is bringing loved ones with them. So it's like, if I'm doing this or traveling or moving to a place of peace, I want to extend that. That's very Jupiter Sagittarius energy, looking at the bigger picture and extending it out. So it's like, this is not just for me, it's for my loved ones, or the people around me, or the immediate environment around me. So it feels like, understanding the consequences of this choice. And that's why it's good that the Hermit's coming out and you've got this sense of contemplation, wisdom. If any of you are thinking about moving home, or transitioning on from a space or a place, or whether this is perceived or real, it definitely feels like that's what's happening here. And you're able to move into, you've got the calmer waters, the clarity that's coming through with where you're transitioning to. So hopes and fears, we've got the Page of Swords, and this is definitely getting the message. Like, it's having a very open and curious mind. I'm having it's a very open, curious mind about where this is all going to go, where this is all going to land. But this is also a solution. It's an idea. It's a solution. It's getting that message, the right message, and knowing that is the right solution that's coming through for you. Again, the human mind thinks it's making these choices, but I feel like the soul is the one that's really the director here, interestingly. So we have as an outcome the Four of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Six of Cups. The emotional harmony does come back, which is really lovely. The Four of Swords, it really is, again, the Four of Swords is about processing a lot of things, processing a lot of emotions, thoughts, And it definitely is a sense that you're coming to a deeper understanding. And here we have like the logical mind and the intuition working side by side. And I feel like the logical mind needs to lay something to rest. It's finding these mental foundations, but really learning to trust intuition here. So I think ultimately it's like you're mastering your intuition with where you're moving forward and where something needs to move forward in your life. And through this process of, even though you might find yourself still in a transition, a bit of an in-between phase with this in a way, you are finding yourself in a place that feels a lot more emotionally calm and stable, which is actually really nice. And it feels like there's an opportunity to now have some nostalgia for the past rather than be really attached to it. So the present here now becomes the past. I do feel like you're doing a significant moving on here that comes through, and that you really are rewriting a whole new chapter here. You're going, okay, what is this? What am I stepping into? Because we've got the World card as the overall energy, and the World card is the last card in the major arcana. It symbolizes the end of the journey, the end, and that something is complete. And this is on a soul growth lesson, a soul growth journey. Whatever it is that you came to learn within a particular situation in your life, you've learnt everything you needed to learn, and it's time to move on from that. And you are being freed from the soul contract of that cycle. And so with it comes liberation, with it comes opportunity for liberation and freedom, and to be able to step into something new, hence the rebirth. So it's energies that feels like it's happening slowly. It doesn't feel fast, but that feels significant. So let's pull an affirmation card for you, Sagittarius. And actually it feels really good. It feels like, okay, I'm probably feeling ready, but part of it is almost like the surrender and the acceptance of, okay, this needs to end. It's got, your affirmation is, I balance my masculine and feminine sides. We've got the sun and the moon there. Actually, that new moon in Leo happening on the 4th could actually be a really good time for you to do a beautiful contemplation, like a new moon, be the hermit and do a bit of a new moon meditation, because it's in the fire sign as well at 12 degrees of Leo, if you've got any 12 degrees of Sagittarius in your chart, if you know anything about that. But it will make a nice positive flow of energy to your Sagittarius energy. And so this is a great time to plant some new seeds and for expansion in your life. So really fantastic. It might be a good time to contemplate. So it says, the masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace and all is well. So again, it's this sense of finding the peace within the situation and the harmony. Okay, so let's pull a charm for you, Sagittarius. So I feel like you're really at peace with something major, like the end of a major cycle in your life. And we have, I've got to turn this up the right way. Oh, beautiful. This is like inner child energy. It's the little bunny rabbit. You're wanting to play, have some fun, go out and it's inner child coming in. It's like smiling, it's giggling, it's like this inner joy. That's what I want to get, is reconnecting to inner child and reconnecting to joy. Because some of this feels like a big serious, it is all very serious and adult, this reading, I have to say. There's a lot of, I have to make some adult decisions here and big adult choice. It's crossed by all the pages. You're wanting the page which feels like new, fresh energy, ideas, directions, and it feels like there's some kind of something serious here. And that's why it's really nice that the inner child has come in, because what you're being released from, yes, there is this more serious soul growth lesson that's occurred here. But then when you get freed, you connect into the inner child. You get to connect to be a little bit more playful. You get to be freer. You get to have some fun. You get to even be creative. You get to step into like the new, into this beautiful energy of innocence again. Maybe even follow things like childhood dreams, or connect to children more, or connect to, inner child. I love how it's just got this little smile, and it's got its eyes shut, like the Hermit card, and both of them are smiling. But the Hermit is like the wise elder, and this is the inner child that's smiling. And it's like, these are two different parts of you, but it also can be, so there's the wise sage part of you that's there smiling like the little koala, and then inner child smiling. But it also can be this thing that it brings this sense of inner peace and happiness to generations. This could be grandparents' child. So there could be some major stuff happening around family histories, things like that are coming through around this as well that you're working through. And it's this sense of this is something that creates a lucky expansion for not only you, but perhaps even generations to come. So it's something significant that's coming through here for you, Sagittarius. Absolutely. So that's why this Hermit understands the consequence of the choice. So everything kind of pivots at this point here of the Two of Swords, of the choice that is going to be made here. So, and we see in the Six of Cups, we've got the children there. They are happy. They're smelling the flowers. They're playing. They're in the present moment. You can let go of some of this more serious energy and step into something where it feels like, okay, I can take a sigh of relief for a little bit. Maybe take some time out. And this Four of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Six of Cups is actually a really great energy for meditation as well. Like, I know not everybody's into that, but if you want to do some really deep, beautiful, intuitive and spiritual work, that's a really lovely energy for that as well. So Sagittarius, that's it. That's your reading. It really feels like there's significant choice leads to a release. It leads to balance, leads to something that can bring you some inner joy, which is really lovely. And so that's where I'm going to leave this reading. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, because we have a sense that we've got the two cards of deep thinking in it, the Four of Swords and the Hermit. So you're thinking deep. You've got the High Priestess, your intuition's by your side. And so irrevocable endings. Where's the new beginning? Where is it all heading? Let's investigate that. Let's explore that in the extended. So I'd love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. Usually pin the link to the comments as well. Please follow me on Instagram, and please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments and find out what's going on for you. And please take care, Sagittarius.